Welcome back to the Swing Low podcast show, man. It is yours truly, Do Rock Creek. What's happening with all my people out there in the world today? Look, I want to jump right into this. You know what I'm saying? I am recording at a time where I usually don't, so my background might get a little loud. Please bear with me. I might be cutting the mic on and off, you know what I'm saying, to try to, keep some of that out. But for the most part, we're going to keep it going, you know what I'm saying, because this stuff is hot off the press, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to bring it to the round table to my people, you know what I'm saying? Because it has relevancy, in what's going on in the world today, you know what I'm saying? But look, and I bring what I bring to y'all is definitely relevant to a lot of people's lives, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of stuff I see going on online, you know what I'm saying, that isn't cool. And I've been saying this shit for the longest. But look, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this first story. Okay. Little Durk and, and his crew, throw this up there for y'all. I'm gonna continue to talk with this up. But Lil Durk and his crew, man, Lil Durk has been arrested, you know what I'm saying, under murder for hire, you know what I'm saying, and conspiracy. All right. Him and like five other people, you know what I'm saying, from his crew, his record label or their clique, you know what I'm saying. I do not want to say the name of the clique. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely got not gonna say the names of any of the other people that was arrested, you know what I'm saying, under this murder conspiracy, you know what I'm saying, and the RICO, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I've been telling y'all that this RICO Act shit is real. You know what I'm saying? And y'all wonder why I always get on niggas for jumping online, talking gang politics, and airing out all they hood business and shit all over social media. Y'all got to remember, man, niggas in the streets ain't the only ones that watch these podcast shows. You know what I'm saying? You have many, many, many law enforcement that sit around all day, every day, and watch all these shows. I'm pretty sure it's a couple that watch mines. You know what I'm saying? But I tell y'all to keep the gang politics and all the gang shit offline. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a decline in people jumping in videos, showing guns and weapons. You still have fools that do it. But for the most part, the mass majority of people, man, has kind of slowed down on jumping on camera, you know what I'm saying, showing guns and throwing up all these gang signs, airing out their gang. Well, that ain't slowed down at all. Niggas jumping online, airing out their gang politics and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever is going on in their hood, they putting it all on YouTube, all on social media. You know what I'm saying? Which leads to shit like this right here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that has been said, you know what I'm saying, about this case, about Lil Durk, Quondo Rhondo, you know what I'm saying? It's my understanding Quondo Rhondo was out here at a particular time in California, specifically Los Angeles, California, in which time one of his homeboys or associates, affiliates, whatever you may call him, was gunned down and killed, right? And whatever put them on the radar of Lil Durk got him and five other people arrested for that murder. You know what I'm saying? And conspiracy to commit murder. You know what I'm saying? All this shit fall up under the RICO Act because they're gonna say that the crime was done in the commission and honor of the gang, whichever gang that may be. And if y'all haven't been keeping up with the YSL Young Thug case, that's a prime example. You know what I'm saying? And you dudes in California, I'm talking about California and whatever other state, you know what I'm saying, that look at this shit and see this shit and think that it cannot happen to you. Oh, they not doing that out here. They hitting them niggas. That's not true. That is not true. Y'all can't understand that the feds is on everything. They are on everything. Look, for example, Lil Boosie, he came out to California and filmed a music video and allegedly had a gun on him. and it was on camera. Immediately after that, this nigga was arrested by the feds. You know what I'm saying? So that should let y'all know that these people are really paying attention to a lot of these rap videos, a lot of these podcasts, you know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of you niggas. I'm not saying everybody is guilty of this, no, because there's some very, very good, solid podcasters that's out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homeboy Praizo from Gangbangers, the Gangbangers Life Coach. Go check his podcast out. He has a lot of solid material on his channel. You know what I'm saying? That's teaching you. You know what I'm saying? That's not misleading you. You know what I mean? That's not promoting a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? 16 to Life is another one. My nigga Chill. Go check his podcast out. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of stuff, a lot of material on his channel that's teaching you, that's not misleading you. You know what I mean? That's actually trying to help people, man. That's actually trying to utilize their experiences, you know what I'm saying, to help lead you away from this shit and not glamorize this gang shit, you know what I'm saying, in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to utilize the gang shit for their own personal gain. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them dudes that's doing that shit way out of state, some motherfucking where and can't even go to their hood. You know what I'm saying? But they speaking on hood shit. Make that make sense. That's the type of shit that get the Rico through on niggas. You these out of state ass motherfuckers that can't even go to their hood no more, speaking on hood shit and gang shit. You know what I'm saying? Go in your hood and film an episode. Go around the G's and film an episode of that shit if that's the case. But they can't do that. And they won't because a lot of the times they fabricating a lot of shit, man. Like I said, for personal gain. You know what I'm saying? Misleading the young. And you young niggas is stupid, bro. Y'all have to understand that these people has been leading you to a wreck. Now they have a more digital way to lead you to a wreck. And y'all so mesmerized by the bullshit stories that they telling y'all, you know what I'm saying, and glamorizing this shit, and you not understanding that you're still being misled into a wall. You know what I'm saying? And that's if that's where you want to be, so be it. So be it. You know what I'm saying? Those of us that's of a conscious mind is gonna sit back and watch you wreck. You know what I'm saying? And those that want to know better and do better, they're gonna gravitate to where the real shit is at. Niggas that's trying to teach them something and show them something by bringing stuff like this right here, with Lil Durk now. You know what I'm saying? To the round table, to anybody's round table, to teach and show you that this shit is not a game. You know what I'm saying? It is not a game at all. The Rico is real. And that's one of the reasons why I make it my business to jump online anytime. You know what I'm saying? I bring some to this round table and utilize it in the teaching moment to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see y'all in a position like Lil Durk right here and the people that has been arrested with him. You know what I'm saying? And the cold thing about this is always one, just like the nigga Woody in the YSL case. You know what I'm saying? He turned out to be one of the informants, that brought down their empire. You know what I'm saying? And in this case right here with Young Dirt, this guy right here allegedly is the person that was wearing a wire for years. He was part of Lil Durk's them case. I'm not gonna say his name. Y'all can go online and look these people's names up if y'all want to know that much about them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna mention their name. I mentioned Lil Durk's name because he's the star of all this. You know what I'm saying? He's the head guy. That he's more known. You know what I'm saying? He's more relevant because I know it's a lot of people that listen to his music. I listen to his music, that look up to him. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all probably idolize him. You know what I'm saying? But, the importance of it all is that even when you on top of your game, you can be brought down by your own inner circle if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? And another case I utilize is the young Dolph case, as that was proven Part of that got brought down. One of the alleged killers, excuse me, let me rephrase that word. One of the alleged unalivers got in court, became of a conscious mind, and didn't want to have the burden of what he did on his conscience. So he told everything. He told everything, brought down that empire. So what y'all dudes got to understand is the people that's in your inner circle that you think is solid. A lot of these dudes that y'all look up to is busters, bro. And it's been in their DNA. It's always one. Y'all not checking the traps like y'all supposed to. These people that y'all call yourself idolizing and standing behind and campaigning for. You know what I'm saying? If they show you who they are one time, believe them. So if a nigga show me he a dope fiend, I'm always gonna look at you as that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you that because you showed me that in a major way. If you show me you a buster, I'm gonna believe you as that to be because you showed me that. And so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? So you dudes got to stop trying to sweep shit up under the rug and look at shit for what it is. You know what I'm saying? This dude right here, like I said, wore a wire, they said for years. For years, he wore a wire. You know what I mean? Trying to bring down his own empire that he was part of. You feel me? That shit kind of remind me of Marcus Garvey, the whole Marcus Garvey story. And if y'all know anything about Marcus Garvey, if you don't, you might want to go read up on Marcus Garvey. But everything that he was trying to put in place on behalf of the blacks, things that was good, you know what I'm saying? The Fed stuck a plant inside his establishment to find out what he was doing, how he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then they took what he went back and told them, twisted it up, and got Marcus Garvey locked up, and was trying to say the things that he was doing was for self benefit and gain, and not to actually help black people, which was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And this was part of the NAACP, which is why I don't support the NAACP to this day because of that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all think I'm bullshitting, go read up on Marcus Garvey, man. Like I said, this is always going to be a teaching moment for y'all. That's why I bring this stuff to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But it's always a plan. You feel me? It's always a plan. This dude right here that's on this screen, he recorded conversations, he recorded situations, he recorded any and everything that he could to take back to the feds to get young Durk and their establishment, their alleged gang, you know, brought down and brought to justice. You feel me? And now here it is. You got this man, Lil Durk, arrested on murder for hire and conspiracy to commit murder on Quondo Rhondo and the unaliving of Quondo Rondo's homie. You feel me? If y'all don't remember that, go back and look up that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Quondo Rondo and one of his homeboys was out here in California, and you know, in the midst of them being out here, somebody drove up on them trying to kill both of them, but the friend ended up dying. And they are saying that this allegedly happened because of King Von getting killed. Right? This is some cold shit, y'all. This is some cold shit. You feel me? And again, how they're connecting all this shit or trying to, you know, again, is under the RICO. A lot of dudes, well, I'm not gonna say a lot, but a few key player dudes that's associated with Lil Durk jump online and they talk. And then you have these particular podcasters that add extra information up on these dudes and up on these cases. Like the police and the feds ain't watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes isn't gonna be looked at and investigated for these crimes. You feel me? There's no time limitation or restrictions on murder if they believe that you had anything to do with something like that. Nah, there's no limitations or time constraints on that shit. You know what I'm saying? They can arrest you 10 years from now for it. 15 years if they want. You feel me? All to give them information. Jump online and get to talking about your hood, about these unsolved cases. And that's another thing. You have certain podcasters, it's not a lot of people that do it, but you have certain ones that will jump online and they will build a timeline on certain cases and go over this shit with a fine tooth comb better than the cops. That's why I say, man, hey, if they was handing out these puppy badges, you know what I'm saying, for these dudes that has been, having police fever, that you see jumping online trying to solve these cases in which they are doing a cold job at. They doing a cold job at, man. We don't try to solve no cases here. We not trying to figure none of that shit out, man, because you trying to put niggas in jail. A place where 9 times out of 10, the niggas is doing it is scared to death to go to. Scared to death to go to jail. You niggas ain't trying to see no jail, but yet and still you would jump online and try to solve these crimes in other niggas' hoods. You think because they're not from your hood, that is cool? Well, I don't see niggas trying to solve crimes in their own hood. It's high profile cases that's going on in niggas' hoods and shit. You know what I'm saying? Why you not online trying to figure out them cold cases and murders and shit? Who did what? But you think it's fly to jump online and because something else happened in somebody else's hood to, you know, paint out this picture on who did what, when, why, and how. That's crazy as a motherfucker. And again, a lot of these dudes that's doing this shit, they not even in the hood. They way out somewhere, ducked off, hiding out, where niggas can't get to them. That's foul. You talk about being cell soldier, that's the cell soldier shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that, people need to be held responsible for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Putting murders on niggas, solving crimes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Putting cases all on YouTube and running these long ass stories and shit. You know what I'm saying? Creating a narrative. Creating a narrative. The only place I've seen that happen at is in court by the district attorney, where they're trying to get a conviction on niggas. And the police that investigate the shit, that's the only people I see doing this. So where does that place these people that call this shit content? That's not content. That's police activity. You're doing a very good job, officer. A very good job. In which shit, I do not support that at all. That's trash. You're a junior cop to me. Anybody that's jumping online speaking gang politics in a way that can get niggas convicted. Niggas want to jump online and air out their hood business. It's a whole bunch of shit that I can jump online and air out, but it's not for YouTube. Some things need to remain in the turf, in which, coming from Swanglo podcast and do Rock Creek, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly where it's going to remain at. Because I know I can go to my hood, high to the low, west to the south. You feel me? And abroad, comfortably. You feel me? And still run the Swang Low podcast show. without getting anybody convicted, without running any gang politics, whether I'm in agreement with a nigga or not. That's not for YouTube. That's not for the masses. Speaking on unsolved crimes, like the police ain't watching, and you niggas know the police is watching. Especially if you one of those platforms that has major numbers. I understand though, I get it. A lot of these dudes want to see niggas convicted. A lot of them want to see niggas in jail, locked up forever. A place that they not trying to go themselves though. And again, they not speaking on neighborhood politics. A lot of them ain't. Some of them is. But again, those are the motherfuckers that can't go back to their sets. But these niggas is speaking on other niggas' hoods, unsolved murders. You know what I'm saying? All these cases that they're running and bringing online, like that shit cool. These niggas need their ass beat for that shit. But who gonna catch them if they way out somewhere doing this? And they gang banging like that through the computer. You feel me? That's why I say, you know, it's a voice for these dudes now. It's a voice for them now, because in reality, they are so silenced because they are so small and everybody else is so big. In reality, that small. They can't go stand amongst real niggas and have a voice and be with their chest out like that, because there's gorillas out there and these niggas is poodles. How do a poodle fit amongst gorillas? Go riders, real go riders. And you a poodle? The poodle only develop a voice when they jump on their computer, get in front of that camera, and fabricate shit and create false narratives. And also, let's not forget, trying to put murder cases on niggas and shit, trying to lead niggas to jail with idiocy. You ain't gonna never get that here. No, never. Nah, not from a nigga that really care about where he come from. You know what I'm saying? Not when a nigga really care about tradition, what tradition really is. I can't come and change what's already been foundated. Nobody is that big enough to be able to do that. But see, when you're not really from where you from like that, you know what I'm saying? When you're a plant that comes from somewhere else, you feel me? And you don't have none of the wholesomeness of the spot that you claiming. So you will feel comfortable. So you're gonna try to change that shit to your comfortability. You feel me? Which is completely wrong and out of bounds. You cannot change tradition, but you got motherfuckers that will try to do it. And you got idiots that fall up under the spell of these type of motherfuckers. You feel me? But those of us that know tradition and what tradition is, we stand on that shit. And like I told you, the fake dudes, hey, y'all, it's always the expiration date on y'all. I'm not meaning talking death. I'm talking, the 5 minutes of whatever, it's always gonna come to an end. Because eventually motherfuckers is gonna wake up and see, like, damn, this nigga is always talking all this shit, but he's never around no real G's. He's never around where it matters. Don't go around one, two, three motherfuckers. Go around the whole collective and do those reports and, you know what I'm saying, tell these stories. Do it around the collective, the founders. That's what I want to see. Then I'll be convinced. Go talk that gangster shit around these dudes, the founders. Don't go way out somewhere, nigga, and create all these false narratives speaking on gang politics. And that's another thing I want to say, man. At some point in time as an elder, when niggas gonna stop putting shit on the dead homies? Dead homies ain't done nothing to you niggas, but yet still you continue to run their name through the mud. Every time I hear that shit from an elder, a nigga that's in my age bracket or older, I cringe like, damn, this old motherfucker is still talking like this. Niggas got grown ass kids and shit, and you still talking like this. Your kids probably talk better than you, and you would have motherfuckers. Oh, well, it's just in me like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like that to the day I die. You're gonna be an idiot to the day you die. Straight the fuck up. You're gonna be an idiot to the day you die. An idiot that breed idiots. An idiot that's you on a death run, and you got a few idiots that's on that death run with you. Half of the niggas that fall up under people like that is victims anyway. They've been a victim of something. So it ain't nothing but a victim that's, idolizing a bigger victim. 9 times out of 10, that's how that works. Ain't no real nigga finna fall up under that shit. Real nigga ain't finna fall up under the spell of falsism, false narratives. It would never happen. I'm sorry, people. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all that find yourself up under that, hey, good. I wanted to bring one more story to y'all, man. It happens to be these guys, two famous brothers, right? These are the Menendez brothers, Lyle Menendez and Eric Menendez. Two people that I had happened to be in the Los Angeles County Jail with back in 1995. I've ran the story about these two, particularly about Lyle Menendez, because I was in high power 1750 with Lyle Menendez. You feel me? And I told y'all a story about when I got in there. I was basically just thrust in there, you know what I'm saying, without no warning or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They tried to charge me with attempted escape out the courthouse from a conversation that I was having with a couple of more people that was in there with me at that time. So they took me and another guy from that conversation and snatched us up, threw us in high power 1750. This was in 1995, right? Threw us in high power 1750. We get in there, we having a conversation, me and, you know what I'm saying? We talking, he was like a cell away from me. So we're basically talking over the tier. So while we talking, I'm in there making my bed up, putting, stuff where it needed to be, you know what I'm saying? And we in there tripping on that particular part of the Los Angeles County Jail because I had never been in there before. And it was clean and it had TVs in front of each cell. You know what I'm saying? I had never been in that part of the LA County Jail before. So we was in there just tripping on that whole little scenery within itself. And in the midst of us talking, the Menendez brothers case had came up. And I believe I was detailing to the person that I was talking to something about the father um, um, sexually assaulting the two brothers. You know what I'm saying? Just to put it nicely. You feel me? And in the midst of us having that conversation over the tier, we didn't know who was on that tier. We had no idea. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, I did not know who was on that tier. We was in the front part, you know what I'm saying, up that tier. And then the other half of that part It was like a red line in the middle of the floor. So I guess the people that was behind that red line on that tier was, you know, high ranking people, right? Anyway, we have the conversation. I mentioned, the father sexually assaulting the two brothers. And I heard laughter. I heard little grumbles down the tier. I really paid it no mind. You know what I mean? Not like that. So bam, that next, I, again, I told you I was just thrust in there. I had none of my property. I had nothing. No, I was on a whole completely different floor. So bam, I'm trying to get my property. That was the main thing that was on my mind because I was in there with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I had wrote down all my information on a piece of paper, and I was waiting on somebody to come out their cell to give to the sheriff in hopes that they can send for my property. Bam. That next morning, somebody came out their cell, and that person was walking by, and I tried to get their attention, hand them this piece of paper to give to the sheriff for me. And this person looked at me like I had shit on my face. It was the coldest look I ever seen in my life. Uh, After he did what he did, probably was like a minute. That's when I realized that it was Lau Menendez. And he's standing there telling me, he heard the conversation that we was having. And not to, that's what he was tripping on. He's telling me that's what he was tripping on, and that he didn't don't for me not to believe what was being said about him in the media on the news. You feel me? And that the truth was gonna come out, you know what I'm saying, about what really happened. He told me to give him my information. He knew I didn't. He told me he got juice with the police in there. He'll make sure I got my stuff. Bam. In my head, I'm tripping like, I've told this story. Y'all can go back and look at, you know what I'm saying? The story that I did on the Menendez brothers is called I Almost Knocked Out Lyle Menendez. Go check that one out. That's a good story, man. I'm just gonna leave it there. But he ended up getting my property for me, right? Um, as of late, his case has jumped back into the news because, well, him and his brother, the case has jumped back into the news because Governor Gascon is gonna grant them resentencing. Now, if y'all know anything about this case, there's no alleged to it. You know what I'm saying? They unalive their mother and father, right? That's well known, well documented. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not putting that on them. This isn't me trying to convict them all over again and none of that. You know what I'm saying? This is a well known fact. Their case was highly publicized, so was their trial. You feel me? And they admitted to doing this, right? And they admitted to doing this under the scope of the father sexually assaulting them, both of the brothers, taking turns on both of them, right? And the mother helped cover it up. She basically assisted the father, her husband, in doing this to their own sons, right? So They utilized that situation to unalive the mother and father. But where it gets sticky for me is after they do this, the father had millions of dollars. They was very, very rich, millionaires. After they commit this crime on their mother and father, they go on a spending spree. They buy these luxurious cars, go on these expensive trips all over the world, buying these expensive clothes. Man, they went on a cold spending spree. So when it comes out, and they tried to plant the murders of the mother and father off on somebody else after they did it. You feel me? But I'll say all this to say this. If they are being considered for resentencing and possible release, in which if they going this hard to get resentenced, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be released for this shit. For unaliving their mother and father. And here it is, you have natural people that has been sitting in jail just as long as they have. That didn't do none of the shit that they did. And the consideration for resentencing and possible release isn't there. I'm just trying to find an understanding on this because it's one thing to go in the streets and unalive somebody or commit a crime upon of just a regular degular, you know what I'm saying? But to unalive your own mother and father, that's a whole completely different beast. How in the hell is there people that's still locked up, incarcerated, that has done far less than what these two dudes did? How? Make that make sense to me. Still sitting in jail, these dudes unalive their mother and father, going a spending spree, spend up, spending their father's money up, buying businesses and again these luxurious, expensive cars. How? Their mother and father. Make that make sense. We got to get this system right, man. We got to. I'm not mad that they are being resentenced and for possible release. Hell no. I don't want to see men locked up. You know what I'm saying? That's not a place, for anybody outside of a rapist or anybody that harm a child. You feel me? But come on. Niggas locked up 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years for far less than what these two did. Unalive your mother and father and go on a spending spree. You lie about the murder. You lie about this. You lie about that until Eric's therapist tell the police what Eric told him, in which he wasn't supposed to do because of doctor client privilege. It's just like attorney client privilege. Was told to them they are not supposed to It's not supposed to leave that room ever, under no circumstances, for nobody. They are protected by law to hold their cards close to their chest when it comes to that. But information got out, they got arrested. They've been in jail for over 30 years. Over 30. Again, I'm not mad at the resentencing for these two gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, and the possible release that's to come after that. Not mad at it. All I'm saying is, what about everybody else that did far less than them, that did not unalive their mother and father and go on a spending spree and lie about the murder and all this and that? I mean, the unaliving. I brought this to the round table because I'm confused, and I'm pretty sure y'all confused too, as to, these two gentlemen. I guess because of the high profileness of this case and the fact that they do have money, you feel me? Um, Certain things get you back in consideration for release, no matter how horrible the crime was that you committed and who you committed up on. Crazy work, man. That's all I got to say. Crazy work. But look, before I go, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. You know what I'm saying? Get this out. You feel me? And bring this to the round table, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bang that chat up, and shout out to everybody that joined us. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, let me say this before we end this. To all my new subscribers, love and appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for choosing the Swing Low Podcast Show. You know what I'm saying? To come spend your hour with. I appreciate you. To all the new viewers, look, man, like, comment, and subscribe. That's all you got to do. Become part of this family, become part of this round table. You know what I'm saying? When we bring real, true quality content to y'all, originality. You feel me? Like, comment, and subscribe. It's all for free. You know what I mean? Oh, and by the way, check this out. Let me show y'all this real quick, man. We got a hot new single out. You know what I'm saying? By my boy Smidro and yours truly, Do Rock Creep, called Plays. Go run that thing up, man. Go run that thing up. It's definitely a hot joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all gonna bump it and love it. You know what I'm saying? Once you give it a try, once you give it a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? That's about myself and my young homie Smidro. You know what I'm saying? Go to his channel, Smidro, Smidro. You know what I'm saying? And he got other songs on there, but this one right here definitely is the one. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, yours truly is on it. You feel me? Go run that thing up for us, man. I appreciate y'all. But look, I'm not gonna hold y'all any further. Just wanted to bring these stories to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to my people, come spend some time with y'all at this round table today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all get back to the rest of y'all day, man. You know what I'm saying? But I love and appreciate everybody, you know what I'm saying, for joining the Swang Low podcast today. You know what I'm saying? If y'all out and about, please be safe. Be aware of everything that's going on around you. Be aware of the people that's creating these false narratives. You know what I'm saying? Be careful, man, because the RICO Act is real. You know what I'm saying? The feds is all on top of everything and everybody. They sit back. They are very patient people. You know what I'm saying? And they put this shit together piece by piece like a puzzle. Anything that you do is jump online and contribute to this shit. Trust me, is going in the cause of bringing you and your gang down. Point blank period. So those of y'all that want to jump online and get to throwing all these gang signs and flashing guns and speaking on murder cases and unsolved, excuse me, again, unaliving cases, you know what I'm saying, and all this other craziness, if that's what you choose to do, hey, by all means, do you. But it's not happening here. It's not happening here, man. But look, on the y'all get back to y'all day, man. Love and appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, stay tapped in. We gonna keep bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all be good to each other, love and appreciate each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because you don't never know who you're gonna wake up and not have here. It's happening every day. We losing people every day. You know what I'm saying? On that note, I'm gonna let y'all go. Love y'all, man. Till the next time we step to this round table, triple gang.